Hey you guys, welcome back to another day, another stream. I hope everyone's day has been going well and was good on this Saturday. Today, my day was pretty good. All I did today was I relaxed at first originally I was going to a hang on. Sorry, I'm just clearing something out real quick. I was originally going to a um why am I saying in my head? I said this last night. I blanked out. But we were going to a farmer's market thing that was going on in our neighborhood, well, in our area. But I guess apparently the dates were off, and it was only one vendor that was actually there. So we just ended up popping into an antique store and just looking around. But hey, at least if you're doing something, at least if you're taking time where, you know what, how will we go in summer that we'd like to go into so that way it makes us feel like we're still active and stuff. But also, after I got done with all that, came back here, relaxed, and then also I got my laptop um, set up, which took a couple hours, which that's usually what is to expect though. Because especially if you got your first computer or laptop like me, it takes a bit to get it set up to where most of the apps are on there, and then also, programming things to where it's not crazy. So, um, yeah. But also, I am on my laptop on this live, so you kind of get to see what that looks like. And so far, it's looking pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. So, but yeah, if you're new here, welcome. And if you are a returning guest of mine, welcome back. I love to have all new and returning guests in here. And also, if you're a mod in my stream, welcome as well. Because they help me out a lot. And, mods are a good side to have when it comes to streaming for YouTube and just, because they are very helpful with all of the haters in here, but also it's one less stress for me that I have to really physically do, So it's almost like they're like assistants to me, helping me out manage the chat. But also they do really well. So for example, if I have to step out for a few minutes, either if it's going to the bathroom or if my parents call me to do something pretty quick that doesn't take too long, then they can spectate my live stream. So this way, if we got other people coming in while I was out and they weren't know what was going on, my mods can fill them in saying, hey, she had to step out for a few minutes, but she'll be back pretty shortly. Just thought I would clarify. Because it's just like it's almost like if y'all were working a job and you're communicating with a coworker and stuff. It's like that, but through the chat. So, yeah. Anyway, we're just relaxing now. But I mean, right now though, y'all, we're doing nothing too crazy. We're just hanging out, ask questions. Feel free to, and also make sure you are looking at the pinned comment down there, so that way you don't miss any kind of updates on here of when I go live, when I post something, you name it. And yeah. Okay, we're good. So, yeah. Right now we have 2 people at the moment that are in here, so welcome if you are new. It's so funny. We had one of my people was on here last night, but they weren't talking for like a while. And so this is way too quick. So Yeah. But yeah, I will tell you, I do love my computer like crazy. Because like it does work really good. I'm thankful for that because when I was looking recently, which was Memorial Day, when I was looking at computers to see which one would do better, but also that was in the price range. Because sometimes you're looking because there's also reviews on those, and so it's just it's all about just trying to check to see which ones you actually will do better with, because some people with reviews that they put are like their experience with it from the exact product. Like some will be either it came damaged, or some people would put it works good but then it lags off. And also with me so far, what I've noticed, I haven't noticed anything off about it, so that's a good thing. Because for me at the moment, it's been working pretty good. It doesn't really glitch or act up oftenly, which is a good thing, because if it was, then that would be an issue. And so, yeah. Man, who's gonna come in my chat? So, it's only 7:25 for me right now. So if you're gonna come in here for a little bit, definitely feel free to, because at the moment I'm not doing a lot. So, just feel free to come in, say hey, and chat for a while, stay for a bit. So, let me just turn my camera just a bit this way. But yeah, so like I said, just ask me questions in the comment section, just do whatever. And that's just what we do here. Let's see. Maybe we can. Let me check something real quick. Wait, I can actually share screen now in here? Holy God. That's crazy. Huh, that's crazy. I can actually share a screen on here. What's funny is when I do these through like my phone and stuff like that, I'm not able to, but it looks like on my computer I can actually share a screen. So hang on. Sorry, I was just clearing a tab off just so that way, because all of us don't want to see too many tabs that are even open. And so, yeah. But that's just what we do here. For those that are in here, and I want to try it out. So, but yeah. So, yeah. But, we're just hanging out. So, like I said, if you are new, I've said before, if you're new here, welcome, and everyone else is going to also give you a warm welcome as well. And if you're one of my returning people who's been here before, it's always good to see you as well. Don't think I just pay a lot of attention to our new. Yes, just like I would with y'all. I pay attention to both of y'all equally, not just by a percentage off, And that's not a thing we all not should be doing with our viewers, is focusing on one side and just, So, yeah. But we're just hanging out though. So, if you do wanna come in my chat and say hey, you can. But I'm not forcing people to. Do I want to put? I'm not doing this actually. Oh, But so let me just face my camera towards my direction. But oh, look in there, we have 3 people coming in here. Let's go. That's crazy. We had 1 for a little bit, and now we have 3. That's insane. So y'all keep liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, but also share the live as well to people who you think might be interested. Because that's what matters, is telling people about a channel that helps get views up. And, let's say people weren't doing that, then all of a sudden our views will start going this way and not this way. Because where we want it is we want it to come here and not down here. Get it? And I mean, all of us that even do YouTube on here, either for a hobby or for a living, we all know how that goes. Because all of us do hate when our views start dropping all of a sudden after a while of it doing pretty well, Which, I mean, y'all can relate to me in that situation, because a lot of us work pretty hard to get to where we actually are at the moment. Because, y'all, like, for me, I'm in the freaking thousands right now with you guys, which is insane. And so, like, I can stand thousands right now, but then all of a sudden, like, a few years later, I could probably drop numbers. And, so just by doing all the things like I put in my comment section, but also getting people involved, like getting your friends and family involved that might be interested, or, if you meet people in general that might also be interested, get them involved. Because at the end of the day, YouTube is a community-based platform. And even with streaming platforms, it's like the goal is to get people involved, like getting each and every single one of us involved, So, yeah. So, I mean, for example, like I said, share it with, like, friends that you think might like this channel, or they might be interested themselves. Because let's say if you're watching a video of mine or something on one day, and let's say if you're with a friend, and they are like, oh, that person looks cool, then tell them. And then they're like, oh, that's cool. Definitely check it out. And that's good, because if we continue to have conversations like that with other people, that means a lot. Like, it actually does mean a lot. So, I wonder if people are going to come in this section, though. But anyway, so let me just do this real quick. So give me just a moment. And I'll be right back. Let me check something real quick, just to make sure nothing's happening. So, give me just a minute. Give me just a second now. So y'all just stay with me for like a moment. So I'm just making sure that people are seeing on their end and stuff like that. But yeah. 1.19, what the? And so, I don't know why it says that. But, oh, do we have 2 of you guys watching as I'm trying to check all this data? But, okay, we're good. I was just checking on something. But, let me plug in my phone now, real quick. There we go. All right. Oh, we finally got someone in my chat. Sorry, I was checking some stuff. Gabriel, how are you doing? It's been a little bit. Hopefully you're doing well. Man. But yeah, hopefully everyone is staying safe out there, because I say it again, our generation is kind of crazy with just, people being dramatic and, just stupidities out there. And, people just make things a big fuss. So just, try to be safe out there, because you never know what can happen within a year. That's good to hear that you're doing well, Gabriel. I'm glad to hear that. Let's see. But that's a good thing that you're doing it, because if you're not, that's an issue. So, I'm glad someone's in my chat talking, because that would be kind of off though if somebody was coming in here and just staying silent. To me that would be wild, because sometimes we get people in here who kind of do that, but not often. But there's some people's streams that have those kinds of people that they just stay silent for either 5 minutes or so, not saying anything, which is kind of sus though, because it's almost as if we're getting spied on. That's kind of what it's like. So definitely rule of thumb is to not always remain extremely silent in here, because if you're not at least chatting every few or so, then that just will not. And it's basically kind of like creep. Just kind of will creep me out. Just say that. But also it would creep others out too. So I'm not saying that you people are a creep. It's just, you get my point. Anyway, we're moving on. So y'all can ask questions about all kinds of stuff, And it's good to ask stuff, because that keeps the conversation going, and, it gets you on good topics that I would either get interested into, or, But just all I ask with that is don't ask anything inappropriate or something that just will make somebody uncomfortable. Because I don't want to be the person, or none of y'all don't want to be the people that puts somebody in here in that spot. Because let's say they've went through a lot in their life, and just, people just don't either treat them right, or they just, they've gone through a season of just chaos and just running in circles and not knowing what to do with themselves. So let's try not to put their stress any higher. And even on my channel, that's why I even will put to myself, I would literally go, let loose, meaning don't focus on your current stress situation that's going on. When y'all come into my streams, it's a breath released moment. So we're not just holding it in for like an hour to basically a day. When we're coming in here, we are slipping that out, because we're not just going to hold it. Like, we're not just going to go that, because that would just not be good at all. And plus, it's going to make you more irritated than you're having to be. So, I'm just pointing that out to some of y'all. And, plus, it's just, it's summer for crying out loud, so it's a good time to feel free and just, have fun with yourself for a little bit. Because because a lot of us work pretty hard to either do the best for ourselves and also to do what we're supposed to do out there. But, yeah. So, Um, but now we have 3 people in the chat. So to whoever else we have in here, hopefully y'all are doing good too. Because right now we have 1 person in my chat, but I'm kind of glad that at least we're getting something in the chat. Because that's just not what we want to do. But yeah. So hang on. That's just kind of what we're doing. But yeah. So what do we got? But I'm glad to hear though that pretty much everything seems to be going well with you, Gabriel. Because that's good to have that happen. But with me, I've been doing pretty good too. Just like I said, all I did today was I went to a farmer's market, what was supposed to be that, but then they had 1 vendor, which sucked. And I actually originally was last week, so it was kind of a mixed date situation. So me and my mom and like one of my neighbors, and then another person that was staying at this one place in our area that is eventually going to be hopefully a soon-to-be neighbor within a few years, depending. And so we all went to this antique store in our area and just looked around. And they have a lot of cool things. I will say that with antique stores, which they're nice to have. Because you get to see all kinds of really neat stuff. And, like I said, those stores are pretty cool because they have all kinds of neat stuff. Like, they've got jewelry, furniture, picture frames of kinds of stuff. You name it. Like, for example, I actually got this really cute necklace, which I've got in my bathroom right now, but it was really cute. They had different kinds. And on, like, hang on, let me just grab some real quick though while I'm talking. But on it, it was in my chest, speaking of which. Or not, actually, yeah, I thought I just got that. Or what the heck? Sorry, I think I was getting something. But on it, it's cool because it has like all kinds of like stuff on it. But, but on the top of these though, it would say like this, like different like little note and stuff. Each of them are different. This is the like case it came in though, but on each one of these it would say something different on it and just kind of symbol something. So, for example, mine is stones of divine love and protection, brings compassion and peace, promotes a calming and relaxing energy, strengthens relationships, black tourmaline, radiates cleaning vibes. That's what it says on it. But yeah, it's pretty cool because oh my god, someone at our door right now. Sorry, I think someone's at our door, which I was about to get a crazy fit out of that. But what's cool is on the bottom, actually, you can either make it like you can either wear it as a necklace or as a bracelet. And actually for me, I've actually decided to wear it more of like a necklace because to me, I just like it more like that. But I could always switch it up if I wanted to. And let me just say, actually, I did try on like just a regular necklace, and I actually liked it of how it turned out. So I am actually planning on wearing that to church tomorrow, with my outfit that I picked out a little bit ago. I don't know who's at my door. Hang on. Hang on, give me a moment, y'all. Oh, Lord. Give me a minute. Okay, sorry guys, we're back. I think it was just something happening, but we're back though. I'm not gonna be in here not really for too long because I'm fixing to here in a little bit um go and make dinner and stuff like that because it's already that time of day already in my area. But um yeah, so We still have 3 of you guys in the chat, so that's still a good thing. I mean, at least we have people. Because that's what matters to me, is if we have some people in here, that's how to keep a live going, is to have at least a few people. That's good. Because if we don't have any people, what the heck? So, anyway, I'm probably gonna get off though for the day, but I'm glad I got to come in here for a little bit and talk with you guys and catch up. But I will see you guys probably on Monday, probably at the latest. So have a great rest of y'all's evening, day, or morning, wherever y'all are from. See ya.